Yeah, Pride Week, ladies and gentlemen. We having a good time?
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, man. I find it very difficult to attract people of the opposite sex, and that's just because I'm a very hairy guy. I'm the only person that I know who has ingrown eyelashes. And the excuses that girls give me because they don't want to go out with me is because I have more volume up here than they do. I'm like the easy, breezy, beautiful color gorilla. The only things that are attracted to me are stray balloons. Now, it's not all bad. Just for fun, every year for Caravan, and I might do this for Pride as well, I'm going to walk around outside topless with braided cornrows on my nipples. As an Italian, and looking the way that I look, I get mistaken for different ethnicities. I was standing in the mall one day, and a gentleman walks up to me and starts speaking to me in Russian. And I tell him, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't understand what you're saying." And he looks at me in shock. "You know Russian?" "No." "You sure?" "Yeah." "You should be Russian." And then he gave me a pamphlet. And I decided to have some fun with this. So we started talking a little more, and we started talking about construction. And I was toned out for most of the conversation, but I kept hearing him say, "Russia's trying to take back Ukraine." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't borrow it." In Russia, joke gets you. I took karate when I was a kid, and I had to stop because of the reactions I was getting. I told someone I did karate, and they were like, "Oh, you did karate, huh? Want to fight?" Would you say something like that to someone who paints? "Oh, so you're a painter, huh? Want to fight?" In high school, I was an athlete. I did curling. The trials for curling were fun. I would walk into the room, I would sit down with all the other guys, the coach would walk in, kick the doors open, look us up and down, and the first words out of his mouth were, "Congratulations guys, you made the team." And the first year I didn't know how to play curling, so I was like, "Coach, how do you play curling?" And he's like, "Well, what you do is you take the stones and you throw them into the house." You take the stones and you throw them into the house. Back in southern Italy, where I come from, that's called a warning shot. And can you imagine an Italian playing curling? I mean, they shout loud enough, but for me, playing curling, it was natural for me. Someone would throw the stone, and you would just hear me say, "Porco Dio la Madonna, non stai andando a pezzanza, vaffanculo tu." Nice shot. Growing up, I went to church a lot as a kid, and I went to 3-hour masses, 3-hour Easter vigils, and I always found those very boring. And it wasn't because of the environment, I just found Jesus to be a very one-dimensional man. I mean, he gets hit and he turns the other cheek. Big deal, you know? For me, I wanted to idolize someone that I looked up to when I was younger. I couldn't see that with Jesus. But as an 8-year-old boy, the one man who I looked up to when I was younger was Hulk Hogan. I would imagine Jesus speaking like Hulk Hogan, addressing the masses, saying stuff like, "Well, let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. What you gonna do when the power of the Holy Spirit and Christomania runs wild on you, brothers and sisters?" And all the while, the angels would be in the background singing, "I am a real Israelian." I'm going to end on that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Good night.